5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi everyone, today my team and I will present about
The first patents for the translation machines were applied for by Judge Estroni for an automatic bilingual dictionary using paper tape. Russian Peter Troyansky submitted a more detailed proposal that included both the bilingual dictionary and a method for dealing with grammatical rows between languages based on the grammatical system of Esperanto.
The system was separated into 3 stages. One consists of native speaking editor in the source language to organize the words into their logical forms and to exercise the syntactic functions. Second, requires the machine to translate these forms into the target language. The third one is require a native speaking editor in the target language to normalize this output.
Troyansky's proposal remains unknown until the late 1950s, by which time computers were well known and utilized.
Moshi Moshi. My name is Shahrizan Pinamani. Today, I would like to talk about the story of recent translations in earliest year.
Story of machine translation in early year. On 7 January 1954, the Johnston IBM experiment was held in New York at the head office of IBM. This was the first public demonstration of machine translation system. The demonstration was widely reported. Early translation machines only has 250 words. Only translate selected Russian sentence into English, use larger bilingual dictionary and hand code rules for fixing the word order in the final output, which has eventually considered too restrictive in linguistic development at the time. For example, generative linguistics and transformation grammar were exploited to improve the quality of translation. During period operational, the United States Air Force used a system produced by IBM and Washington University, while Atomic Energy Commission and Euratom in Italy used a system developed at Georgetown University. At the end of 1950, Yehoshua Hillel was asked the U.S. government to look into machine translation to assess the possibility of fully automatic high-quality translation by machines. Hillel described that problem of semantic ambiguity or double meaning.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Muhammad Saiful bin Fazludin, number matric 159364, and I'm about telling about the LPAD reports on missing translation in 1916 and 1917.
wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Syafiqah Syuhada binti Syamsul Kamal, metric number A156188. I will be presenting about the history of machine translation in the 1980s and early 1990s. There are 4 systems that relied on mainframe technologies in the 1980s. And the systems are Systron, Logos, Ariane G5, and Metal. During the 1980s, machine translation are very active, especially in Japan. Research typically relied on translation through some variety of intermediary linguistic representation, involving morphological, synthetic, and semantic analysis. At the end of 1980s, one system was developed at IBM that was based on statistical methods. It is called example-based translation machine, and it is a technique used by Makoto Nagao and his group members. Now we're going to go into the 1990s. During the 1990s, when all sorts of translation is being figured out by researchers of all kind, research began into speech translation with the development of the German Verb Mobile project. Early 1990s, machine translation finally began to make transition away from large mainframe computers towards personal computers and workstations.
The field of machine translation has seen major changes in the past few years. Currently, research is being done into in the area of speech translation. Research has moved from domain-limited system to domain-unlimited system. Solutions for automatically translating parliamentary speeches and broadcast news have been developed. As of today, there are only a few companies that are using statistical machine translation commercially, and a few of the examples are
Stretch what you got, give me your best.